Hi, good morning. So Divakar this side. So actually, I was thinking, why I'm recording this video, and I have recorded a few videos. The first thing, like I wanted to start my communication practice. That's why I started to, record my videos and see how I'm doing. But the main problem is, I'm facing right now. I'm not consistent, and you know why I'm not consistent. I'm not gonna deep. I'm not going to be deep about it, and because I'm not consistent. But I have recorded one video. Why even I want to learn this language, and why it is important for not only me but for others too. So that's why I recorded a video. And the second, I thought I should record one more video. How did I learn this language out of nothing? I had no environment, no nothing that helped me to learn this language and master it. So actually, I have learned a lot this language, but because of lack of practice, I am still not able to improve and not able to be fluent right now. I am fluent, but it takes me a few minutes to respond. If first time if someone's coming and he starts to talking with me in English, so it takes me a few minutes to be fully fluent. It means like lack of practice I have. So that's why I started recording these videos, and a few videos I have recorded, and I thought I should record one more video. That is why the topic is how did I learn this language, and how my journey was. So actually, I started learning this language. I was studying in my village, in my schools. So in that time, English language was in another level. It considered as a fancy thing, and only a few people can understand it, because like in schools where there were also not so good teachers, and they were not teaching this language. They were teaching just grammar and passing marks. Do you have to collect, and they don't teach you how to speak, because they also don't know how to speak, and so they don't teach you how to speak and how to interact with people with this language. So maybe watching movies or watching something, I impressed. I wanted to learn this language too, and I wanted to speak so fluent. I wanted to speak it like my native language. So at that time I didn't have any environment, and I didn't have any good teacher, so who could teach me very well, and who could make me speak this language very well. So I remember one time I was really not good at this language. My grammar was also not good. So I remember I think I was in 7th standard. So because I was not well, I was ill for a month, I think. So I was not able to go to my school. So but when I recovered and wanted to join my school again, so that time I went with my father to my school, and my principal wanted to ask me some questions, and see how I'm doing and how I'm not doing. See my study skills, how I did. So he asked me one simple question like Ram Kanpur jata in Hindi. So at that time I was not able to form this simple sentence. I was that poor at English. So I said something like Ram go to Kanpur, something like that, but it really hurt me. I was really feeling bad at that time. But it is not that thing that why this inspired my English language, but it was my childhood dream, you can say. By watching movies or listening to somewhere, it was my childhood dream. That's why I wanted to learn this language. But at that time I didn't have anyone, I didn't have any teacher, I didn't have any environment that could teach me and give me that environment and try to learn this language I wanted to learn. But later, like I started working in my early age, like I don't want to mention here, but I started working here, in my early age. So when luckily I got my smartphone. I purchased a second-hand smartphone, and actually at that time I had this dream. I didn't even know. I had dreamed about this, like speaking language, speaking English fluently, like in my childhood. But when I got this smartphone later, after years, I didn't remember that I had this dream. But I was when I got my first phone, my second-hand phone. So at that time I was watching some YouTube videos, and YouTube itself showed me, in YouTube dashboard, when you scroll, you see some videos, I mean recommendations. So there one video was there also, like learn grammar, English grammar from zero. So I clicked it. I mean, I was also like, it was my dream, so something like that. I clicked on it, and I watched that video, and really that teacher taught everything very well, and it was like zero class, learn English from zero. So it was really amazing class, and it took my interest, and I started watching it and watched whole video, and again I kept watching until I kept watching a few more videos, and then I started making notes and making everything. So that's how I started learning this language. And yeah, before this YouTube videos, I also tried in my childhood, I mean tried to learn English from books, but it was not for me. I think it is for me, but it was really hard when you don't have anyone to teach you, and you don't have anyone to teach you in easy language, so it's really hard. But this YouTube thing really worked, and I started learning this language, and I after a time I mastered the language, and I mastered English grammar and vocabs also. I learned a lot of things, and I was able to form sentences, form anything. I practiced a lot. I mean, no matter where am I, no matter where I am, I started practicing my grammar, my writing, and everything. I was just memorizing my English vocabs and these type of things. It was like I don't have any other thing to do. I just have to do this thing. I was in my job, I mean I had to make time just for this. It was like my hobby at that time, just to practice my communication skills. Sorry, not communication, my grammar and my English thing. So I learned a lot, and I was so confident. I was doing everything. Like if anyone like on YouTube gives me any sentence, I mean instantly I was able to translate it into English. So that's why I was feeling very well. But because of lack of speaking practice, I mean I was good at English, I was good at grammar, vocabs, etc, but I was not good at speaking skills, as I didn't have any environment, I didn't have anything. And I was really thinking hard, and I was really like I was eager to speak this language and wanted to speak this language. And I watched a few videos where instructor, I mean teacher, told me, I mean everyone, they were teaching in that video that you should practice in front of mirror. So I tried that too, but it was not for me. So it really at that time, like this was my first time, so I was not able to do that. I was not able to speak in front of mirror and see myself speaking this language, because this speaking thing was very new for me. And like I was good at grammar, vocabs, etc, but the speaking thing was new for me. So at that time I was not able to speak this language. And a few more videos, like I struggled a lot. And then actually I joined I mean when I was doing this practice and everything, so I was not working. I mean I worked, but somehow I left a job, and I was in my village, in my home. So at that time I mastered this language, I mastered grammar, etc, but I was not able to speak. But when I came here in Gurgaon again, so at that time, like when I joined some company and started working, at that time I watched a few more videos where finally someone told me one thing, I mean how should I start speaking and how should I practice my speaking skills. So in that video he suggested me, I mean there was one app, Open Talk, so you should start speaking in that language. What happened in those applications, like people like you, the co-learners also come there, and they try to speak, they try to talk to each other and improve their communication skills. So for the first time when I downloaded that app and started speaking, I mean started to connect with people. So I remember for the first time I was like someone was, I just tried to connect it, and someone accepted my call and started speaking. But at that time I was not able to speak, and he was like, hello, is there anyone? And I just hang up. I just hanged up, and I was not even able to speak. So but later a few more tries I did, and finally I started speaking, and finally I talked to one person. So I started this is how I started practicing my skills speaking. But in those applications also you have, I mean, one problem, like I started speaking English, and in very few days I was so confident, and I was like I was thinking that now no one can hold me and no one can stop me like from speaking this language very well. But in those applications there was one issue, like each time you have to connect with one person, and you have to connect like you don't have that you can save the previous one, and you don't have, you like every time you connect there's one new person here, and so you have to talk each time you the same things, like introducing yourself and trying to speak everything. So it was a little boring, and sometimes what happens, like you have to wait along, like you are not getting any partner as well. I mean, you have waited for half an hour but still you are not getting any partner. So, and one more problem was there, like a few people were there just for time passing their time. They just want to get they just want to talk to girls, and that's why it also didn't work that much, but it helped me to start. So later also, like at a time this application was also like it was worst thing, because no partners were there, and there only people wanted to time pass and wanted to get girls only. So that's why I stopped using these applications also. I tried a few more, but same they were also doing same things. But when I joined this company, and after later, I mean, still now I was struggling and trying to improve this language. And but one day I was thinking like how I'm gonna do that. Yeah, so I was like these applications also didn't work for me. And so later, like struggling for years, I started this, and I thought, why not? I should, if I'm not able to speak in front of mirror or anyone, so I should practice in front of camera and in front of this mobile phone. I should record myself and see how I'm doing. Basically, I want to track myself. So that's why I started this video also. I mean, till now I have made a lot of videos. I mean, I have recorded and watched and deleted them. But the main problem I'm getting, like what to say, I mean, not consistent. I'm not consistent. That's why I'm feeling bad, and each time it feels like I'm starting again. But one day I'm gonna start. I mean, I'll be consistent and I'll be able to make time, and one day I'll be able to, I mean, be fully fluent. And there's a lot of things that I want to cover, and I want to say, like only this, like you making video is not helpful, but there's a lot of things that I want to speak. But I think someone's outside, and this I'm in right now in the office, and someone may have work in this room, because it's a room where people really don't come easily. So I think I should cover that in next video. Yeah, so thank you so much.